War of attrition now.
Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to the podcast. We're here with mustaches and silly jumpers today.
Yes. Hello and welcome to Drinky Talky Thing number 139. Gao has a mustache. He's very proud of it.
I'm not sure we can call this a mustache. I've tried my very best, but...
It's only 2 weeks in.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks in. I have what can be described as probably a...
More than bum fluff.
Yeah. I've progressed beyond bum fluff for a change. The worst thing is I have like 3 hairs that technically connect this area. So I need to shave now. Because technically that's connected. Even though you can't see it, there are definitely 3 hairs that connect this to that. Basically, I'm going for the V for Vendetta look, which is... I'm not going to say it's succeeding. I'm halfway between V for Vendetta and Creepy Mexican.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. In fact, people have mentioned... I think I've had people out of pity saying, "Oh, that's a moustache." not even, "Well done for trying." No, just, yeah, that's a thing. Well done to you. But we are doing November, as you may have guessed, because Paddy has facial hair and I have this. And
well, no. Paddy has less facial hair than normal.
Yeah, you shaved, but you have this handlebar thing.
Yes.
Yeah, which makes it look a bit like a porn star, motorcyclist, porn star. Basically, take your pick. And I'm also wearing this jumper, which is because I'm finishing work early, or was supposed to be finishing work earlier this year, so I started wearing my Christmas jumper early this year. And I've since been told I'm not finishing work early, but the Christmas jumper has continued. So I have reindeers and snowflakes and all sorts.
You see what I have to deal with?
Yeah.
This isn't abnormal. This is perfectly normal.
I've been doing this since... Oh God! Oh God! I just realised I'm a hipster. I was totally doing this before it was cool. It's a tradition. You've got to wear a Christmas jumper at Christmas. And I've been doing this for years, but now they're getting more and more expensive because fucking hipsters actually wear this shit for fun.
You are a hipster. You have always been a hipster.
The worst thing is I have a stupid facial hair, a stupid cardigan, and a sausage dog and a fixie. So I just may as well shoot myself. I mean, I've gone proper hipster, but not intentionally.
Where do you get your coffee?
What?
When you buy coffee in town, where do you get it?
I don't. No, genuinely, I don't buy coffee in town. Am I redeeming? Do I get away with this now?
No. Because I'm gonna make you. Right, out to be
if
alive.
I had to choose a coffee in town, it'd be McDonald's.
Why?
Because it's nicer coffee. That's not hipster. They just make nicer coffee than Starbucks because it's burnt. Costa because it's so fucking expensive. Nero actually do a really good coffee, but that's not a worldwide thing. So Nero do very good coffee.
The fact that you're wearing that that cardigan and have been to enough coffee shops to have ascertained that McDonald's has the best of them.
No, they don't have the best. They have the cheapest best. There is basically, I have hipster and Yorkshire in me, so it's kind of value versus quality. So yeah. McDonald's is cheap and good. Nero is a bit more expensive but nicer.
Anyway, we're here to talk about games.
A bit further to walk, so
we're here to talk about games. Yeah. Well, I can top that. Craig asked me how did I not know Platform was happening?
Yeah,
there's signs all over town, and my response,
I haven't left the house in a week.
My response was, I can count on one finger the last time I went to town in the 6 months.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, you say that, but they're also all down Newland and all down Chance Ave. So basically, they're all around you.
Apart from on my street.
And what you've done is you've put your earphones in and stared at the floor as you walk to the train station.
I don't walk to the train station.
Get a lift to the... Yeah, alright.
I get a lift to the train station. I walk through the back of the train station.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, we have exciting times in Hull. In Hull, we now have our Games Conference is starting today.
It started today, yes.
Yep, and it will be running tomorrow and all over the weekend. So we'll be seeing that tomorrow, and we may give some kind of feedback or... I don't know, what are we doing?
Well, last year we went, we saw, we came back, we recorded.
No, we recorded there last year.
We recorded there and interviewed a few people. If any of the regulars are there, we'll bother them.
Hey!
We'll accost them with a camera.
Talking to this thing!
Pretty much.
As we usually do, yeah.
That's it. Well, didn't we? Last year we ended up arguing with somebody about whether or not. Who was the guy that we were interviewing? And then we just ended up talking to him about Tim Schafer.
I've got Gaslight in my head.
Yeah, it was Gaslight Games.
Yeah.
They couldn't really talk about anything they were working on, so we talked about the fact that he'd just been to E3 and just seen had a conference with Tim Schafer. It was just after the big Kickstarter
Pretty
thing.
much, you may have something in the works, but you can't tell us. So tell us about other awesome people in the world. Which, in hindsight, really possibly wasn't the most professional thing we've ever done. We'd quite like to meet Tim Schafer. You've met Tim Schafer. We don't care about you. Tell us about Tim Schafer. That guy was he was like, oh, they're here to see me. And we just dashed his hopes completely. But anyway, it's bigger this year.
Yes.
They have made it massive and they're really going to town. So
yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go and see things.
But anyway, on to the last 2 weeks gaming news, because it's been 2 weeks since we did a podcast.
Apparently things have happened outside of Hull.
Yeah.
Games, consoles, some kind of PlayStation, I don't know.
We've got a shitload of stories to get through.
We can plough through these quickly though, can't we? Because, right, let's start with the first one because this made me chuckle. And it's not that we're fanboys, but Xbox One Watch Dogs trailer showed PS4 footage. I'm pointing at a microphone, not the camera.
And I'm going to now jump in the defence because it wasn't Microsoft that did it.
Yeah, and it happens constantly.
It happens all the time.
Quite frankly, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, why do you think most gameplay trailers don't have UI showing?
Even better, the ones that say not actual gameplay footage.
Yeah.
How did they not get stick, but people jump on this because they had an X in the corner rather than a bloody A? I'm going to go with A. I don't know how... Yeah. A, B, X, Y, yeah. I'm slowly learning.
It's there.
Yeah.
A, B, Y, X, yeah.
I'm slowly learning. I'm starting to get to... Yeah. Anyway. People ripped into them. Absolutely no reason to rip into them.
Yeah.
It was actually...
Ubisoft.
A trailer, yeah.
It was Ubisoft's fault. They used the wrong footage.
But don't speak ill of Ubisoft because I have shares in Ubisoft. And they went up 5% today. Woo! Seriously, 5% in a day.
I know.
It was awesome.
And how much have you made?
Nothing. Because the
euro fucking plummeted.
Well, no, it's not that the euro plummeted. It's the fact that... No, actually, yeah, the euro plummeted. Yeah.
So Ubisoft... Basically what happened is the euro plummeted and everybody went, ooh, Ubisoft isn't a European company, let's put some money in them. Yeah.
I need the euro to go up in value. And then it doesn't even matter if Ubisoft could make a loss.
Yeah.
Could dwindle massively from where I am now. And it wouldn't matter because the euro fluctuation will make me money. Currently, I'm level. I bought it at 9. It's gone up to 10. That's a decent increase, more than 10%. The euro has fucking plummeted. I've got nothing. This is the problem we're dealing with other currencies. Yeah. Why the hell aren't we in the euro? If we were in the euro, I'd have money now.
Yep.
A lot. Well, I say a lot of money. I'd have a bit more money. I'd be able to afford a PlayStation. That was annoying. That should have made a noise. This is not going well.
Pick another story. Rift. Rift is a good MMO. It's been free to play for a while. It saw a 400% increase in players when it went free to play and put itself on Steam.
Yeah. I'm going to say the whole free to play probably isn't worth that much. But Steam...
Well, yeah.
I suppose free to play and Steam together is a perfect mix, isn't it? But
yeah, sorry. Rift and Defiance, after launching on Steam, have seen an influx of 250,000 players between them.
And the thing is, I mean, you've played Rift.
Yes.
And you told me it was very, very, very good.
It was very, very good.
So
it just wasn't...
For Paddy to say that about a game, that actually means it is actually very, very, very good.
Yeah, it was there, and I played it for a while and cancelled my Warcraft subscription.
Yeah. Okay, right, just to throw this into context, because I'm curious, because I've never played many MMOs.
Yeah.
How does GTA compare?
It's...
Because I don't know if GTA is good or not, because I play it because other people are playing it. I play it because my friends are on there. It's a nice chance for a chat up, shoot some people, steal a plane, have a bit of fun.
That's pretty much an MMO.
Yeah, well, that's it. MMOs seem to rest on the community.
Yes.
But there must be an element of the gameplay must have enough to keep the community. And I wonder where GTA lies in this
you've got to have a goal to be to give you a reason to keep playing the game. Otherwise, you just start using chat rooms.
See, my goal is to get more cars than Roy.
So you've got your goal.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I'll never reach that goal because he bought PlayStation. He bought game money. So I think he said about €15 was so about 150 million or something.
Yeah.
I've got about 200,000.
I've
got
about $100.
I can exploit, but I don't want to go that far. No, you've got your.
Oh, I've got my stimulus, haven't
Come
I?
in now. Yeah, you got 500. Go buy an apartment.
I have to log on.
I honestly think, right. I said to Fee, I've got to go on GTA. You don't have to go on. I said, I do. Why? They've given me 500,000. They said it won't fuck up the economy. All I can take from that is they're going to raise prices. I need to buy an apartment now. I took real world into account. I thought if everyone has more money, and apartments are cheap, they're going to raise the prices. So I just went in and bought an apartment, which turns out was
a bad move.
Not true. Yeah, but I bought.
But that's pure MMO mentality.
Well, I find it funny because everyone had 500,000 and went, right, I'll buy the most expensive apartment. That was a mistake.
Now everybody's got the most expensive apartment and they're spawning in the same place?
Well, there's that, and the fact that the most expensive apartment is that high up that you can't see shit going on below you, so your view isn't that good. I believe as you come out of your garage or the front door, you're very close. So somebody just has to kind of spam the area with C4. If you come out, they've got you. My apartment, on the other hand, has the entrance, and then around the corner is the garage.
Yeah.
So somebody would have to be quite dedicated and have a team of people to bomb me as I come out the door.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
See that as
that's the bit positive that I didn't get, because all the apartments it's a limited world map, so the apartments all have to be in roughly the same place, and you're all.
They all look the same on the inside as well.
Instancing apartments.
All the premium apartments are identical on the inside. The difference is the view.
Yeah.
At which point you kind of think, well, fuck it, I'll go for the cheapest, which happens to be one of the best. So I'm not arguing. I bought a Banshee as well because I thought to myself, the GTA staple was the Banshee. The Banshee has been there since day one.
Yeah.
I think. GTA
I'm pretty
was
sure
a
there was
long time ago, but I remember a Banshee, which was a soft top Dodge Viper style car.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, so I bought that car. Roy said, "That's not a supercar." I don't care. It's a fucking Banshee. I've had this since.
I don't care. I want a cement mixer.
Yeah. I tried, and you try and get that into your garage, and it says, "Sorry, you can't put this in your garage at this time."
What?
Yeah, you can't steal any kind of truck, cement mixer, or utility vehicle.
So there goes my tractor as well.
Yeah. The positive of this.
There is no positive to this.
No,
I want a fucking tractor and a cement mixer.
After 3 patches, they still haven't fixed one of the biggest glitches in the game.
Which is?
Sell your car, and when it comes up saying sold, pause and go to change character. It kicks you out the game. You go back to your main character, puts you back in the game, in your flat. You go down to your garage, your car's still there, but you still got the money. So I genuinely, I just thought to myself, well, Roy's got all this money. I'm probably not going to play this for too much longer. Fuck it. I got my car, I upgraded everything on it. I spent all of my surplus, my thingy package, whatever it was, on this car. Traded it in for 60 grand. It was 15 originally. Yeah. Kicked out, jumped back in, still got the 60 grand, drove it back. I'm back to where I was. I've still got my car and it's upgraded. I'm at that point now where I'm thinking, do I continue to do this and be an exploitative bastard, or do I just accept that I've had free upgrades on my car? Because there's a bit of me that says make money, there's a bit of me that says don't be a knob.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far. Free upgrades is a bit cheeky, but when you exploit it to the point where you got millions in the bank, I think there's a line, isn't there?
There's a question here. How much are you into repetitive grinding? Because what you are doing at that point...
Yeah, that's grinding.
That's grinding.
Yeah. Or I could upgrade one of my other cars and sell it for more and do the same again.
Whichever you do, it's still grinding.
Yeah, it is. But Roy has better cars. He has a lot better cars. He has the fastest car in the game and then upgraded it. And every time he organises a race, he puts custom cars on. So everyone else pulls away and he fucks off up the street.
Well, that's a bastard.
Yeah, he genuinely... I mean, Roy is the definition of an arsehole. I hope you're listening, Roy.
Oh, he is. Should we pick another story? Because we seem to have lost track.
Yeah.
Lost World. Should we go there?
Yeah.
Crashing and burning.
not?
Sonic Lost World is the recent Sonic game.
And Paddy
Wii U
is partial to a Sonic game. He
I
loves
do,
Sonic.
I do like
Sorry,
me a
I wanna
Sonic
build
game.
this up a bit.
Yeah, I do like me a Sonic game. And I haven't played Lost World yet.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's one of the very few Wii U exclusives.
Paddy genuinely favourably reviews Sonic games, but he makes a point. Make a point of saying I'm a fanboy.
Yeah.
So
the first part of any Sonic review that I do is I am a fanboy. This may be a bit biased.
I love Sonic.
Yeah.
Basically, you show them your I love Sonic tattoo, and they just kind of. Yeah.
I really should get a Sonic tattoo at
You
some
should
point.
of all the things. I mean,
I came up with my latest design. I want Doctor Who. I want the Doctor Who does a monkey.
Is it a monkey in a fez?
Yes.
Because right, brilliant.
monkey in a fez, a bow tie, big.
Enough said. Right, do it, Doctor Who. But even Paddy can't defend this one.
No, I haven't played it yet, so I'm not giving a comment on it. But its sales, its reviews are not done well, and it released in Japan. Now, Japan is a very Sonic-heavy country.
Yeah.
And it sold 2,074 copies in its first week.
Most games sell that in its first minute.
Yeah.
I mean, a popular game would sell that literally within a minute.
Yeah.
In fact, you carry on. I'm going to work out.
Yeah. For the Wii U, it sold another 4,000 copies of its 3DS version. So the 3DS version sold more. And that is just... That's pathetic. That's not good. Add it to the fact that it's got such shocking reviews.
Right, GTA did, what was it? Is $1 billion in sales?
Yeah.
Well, that can't be right. Oh, it's $1 billion, wasn't it?
$1 billion, yeah.
Ah, right. 1 minute. Let me start again. You carry on.
But I don't know where to go with that. It's just fucking... I think... What's happened here is they tried to... it's when they try to innovate with a fucking brand.
No, it's still wrong.
It's right. When they try to innovate with a fucking brand. The Sonic was not always about speed. Go back and play Sonic 1. Go back and play Sonic 1 properly. Not the re-releases of Sonic 1. They've sped it up. The original Sonic 1.
Right, do you want to know the embarrassing statistic here?
Go on then.
Right, if we assume Grand Theft Auto sold $1 billion in its first week.
Yeah.
Ah, right, wait a minute. Right, so if it sold $1 billion within its first week, $1 billion worth. I'm assuming every single one sold for $60.
Yep.
Which I think is about retail price in America. Each minute,
they sold more copies.
They sold 1,653 copies, and Sonic sold just over that in a week.
Yeah.
That's just embarrassing.
Yeah, they have this. This is what gets me about this is that Sonic Generations had it down. Sonic Generations had it. They nailed it. They got everything right. There was nothing wrong with that game. It had the 2D, really fast platforming that people seem to think Sonic is about, and it had the 3D in a way that wasn't fucking god awful. All they had to do was release a new Sonic Generations. But no, they went out and they started dicking with it.
Yeah, and it went wrong, didn't it? Clearly.
Until I've got my hands on it, I won't give a proper opinion, but I'm not looking forward to playing it because I know I'm going to come out of it
Paddy,
yelling at
Grand Theft Auto sold more in 2 minutes In a minute and a half, it sold more.
Yeah, let's
than
not.
in a week. I mean, let's not be daft here. It's probably not a good game. It's probably a freaking awful
Picking on the
game.
story. Before I go.
We always like a good simulator, don't we? I mean, we love a good farming, the best. Truck simulation, fantastic. Everyone loves a good truck. That wasn't intended. But we now have Mechanic Simulator. It's as thrilling as it sounds. Basically, you get a car and you be a mechanic.
That actually should have been in the extra time stuff, because that is
fuck
pretty
it.
much
This
a trailer.
is premium, right? We can put the links in later, but Mechanic Simulator deserves attention because you get your car, you
Dismantle it and put it back together again.
Yeah, but the worst thing is by dismantling it, literally, you click on a wheel and it goes, okay, there are 6 bolts on this wheel. So you click and hold on each bolt until it undoes, and then the wheel comes off. Woo! Then you see there's a disc brake that needs replacing. Right, this is the bit that gets me. You have to undo the caliper, take the caliper off, click each of the discs. Sorry, the pads inside the caliper to get rid of them, but they should have come off with the caliper. I'll be honest, they're attached. They've gone with it, right? But no,
if they haven't come off with the caliper, then that's clearly what's wrong with them.
Something's clearly wrong. Maybe that was it. Maybe in this demonstration they are fused, and that's why it's gone wrong. But the car did pull up, so I'm guessing they're not. So you click each of the pads, they come off, and then you click the disc, and it gives you 2 more bolts. So you press the bolts, the disc comes off. You put a new disc on, you put new pads on, slide the caliper on, put the bolts back in.
Yeah, you're even starting to bore me. Stop talking.
Put the wheel back on, and then you go, great, that's one, and then you shoot yourself because that isn't a game. You are literally clicking bolts until they come off. And then clicking something you want to replace. It's like the shittest puzzle game in the world. That's rusty, it needs to be replaced. And literally, that is the premise of this.
Yeah.
Anything that needs to be replaced is rusty.
Yeah.
What the hell? We should introduce him to the Angel of the North. I mean, that's fucking rusty, let's get rid of it. He's meant to be rusty. He's a giant rusted statue, for God's sakes.
Oh, God, I forgot about the Angel of the North.
But this, genuinely, this is the one where I lose it, because a truck simulator simulates driving.
Yeah.
It may be mundane, but you have to stick within those lines and not crash.
You've got rules. You've got limitations. You've got hazards. There's no hazards to taking a bolt out of a wheel. Exactly.
Farming simulator. Fuck it. You've done your farming. You turn up on a bridge and you joust with another farmer. That's what I've got from Farming Simulator after watching various videos online. Mechanic Simulator is...
Wrong.
Well, I've done this on a speed run in 16 minutes. And you just think, well done you.
That said, have you seen the very short clip online of the last, was it Red Bull, the last Formula 1 Red Bull pit stop that took 2.3 seconds to change all 4 tyres and refuel the car?
I haven't seen that.
It's an incredible clip. It just basically, the car pulls up, stops, and the wheels go away, they'll come back, and then it's gone again.
Nice. I think that was because the entire pit crew's on Red Bull.
It'd
be great, wouldn't it?
Let's flick through.
Should we get to Valve? Because Valve's a good run.
Yeah, but Valve's a good run.
We've got a lot there.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh, why are you making me do it?
I can't read. That's a problem. They're fixing Steam Online. Fantastic. Steam offline mode. It will finally run indefinitely. And I shouldn't be this excited, but I've been to LAN parties.
You shouldn't be this excited by this.
Because I don't have a working PC, yeah. But I've been to LAN parties in the past.
Yeah.
Where, actually, no, this wouldn't solve the issue. The problem I was over the LAN parties, you'd have to go onto Steam offline mode the night before to make sure everyone had the same version.
Yeah.
That was freaking annoying.
Yeah.
There should have been a way to roll back to play
possibly
locally.
That probably still will be the case, but apparently there's a limitation where even with Steam you had to check in every, I think it's 2 weeks or a month.
I think it's 2 weeks
to keep playing your games offline. Which is fair enough. Very rarely that you're going to be without internet for a fortnight.
Yeah, pretty
If
much.
you're without internet for a fortnight, that generally means you're on holiday. You shouldn't be playing games.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not anywhere near a PC.
Yeah.
Is the general consensus, isn't it?
Apparently, this wasn't planned. This is a bug, and Valve have accepted it, and they're trying to work to fix this bug so that offline mode basically runs indefinitely. You will only need to check internet connection to check in to buy new products and to buy and to play online.
I love the fact it's a bug, but nobody would ever report it because it's not really a bug, is it? You would just think, well, that's intended. Yeah. Nobody would think Steam didn't want us to check in every 2 weeks, because 2 weeks is an acceptable level of time.
Yeah.
But still, they're going through and fixing it, which I can see why there is a Church of Gabe.
Yeah.
Because they do go the extra mile.
On the other plus side, they have shown off the Steam hardware, and basically, you guys done fucked up. You missed an opportunity. You are failures.
But at the same time, well done. But on Paddy's note, yes, you
missed the opportunity. They showed off the Steam box, and it looks acceptable.
Yeah, it looks like the pad.
Yeah.
I think that's where they've tried to...
Yeah, it looks like the pad, and it looks like a fairly decent thing, an innocuous thing that can sit in your TV, under your TV, and you'd mistake it for any other set-top box. But that's not what we want. We wanted the PCs from Portal.
Well, this is why it gets me, is right, that looks nothing like a PlayStation.
No.
There's a sticker on the back.
Yeah, super cheap.
Is that the one I chose to take home? The one with Super Sheep on it?
I think it is.
I never had Super Sheep on my controller. Clearly the one without a sticker is mine, right? I mean, that's...
No, the stickers may have been added.
Stickers on, aren't they?
The stickers may have been added recently.
So that looks nothing like a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because it would be stupid to make your controller look like a console.
Yeah.
Right? Especially the PlayStation 4. It looks like a freaking razor blade.
Yeah.
If your pad looked like a razor blade, you would hurt yourself. But Steam chose to tie it in together with that silly touchpad and made it look the same on the front.
We can't belittle the touchpad until we've been hands-on with it.
We can.
We can, but
it's
we
different,
shouldn't.
And therefore we fear it. That is how this works.
We're not. We're not going down that route.
I'm sticking with it's different and it's wrong. That's how the world works.
That's why the Wii U hasn't sold.
Well, no, the Wii U isn't different.
Touchscreen.
How is that different? It's on the DS and it's on every single phone.
Anyway, yeah, they've shown off the Steam hardware. It looks acceptable. It's an impressive bit of kit for the size of it, for the power that's in it.
It's small, and they can potentially shove an NVIDIA Titan and a Core i7, an i7 processor in there. Mm-hmm. And the way they've done this is very high tech. Basically, they use little bits of plastic to make sure that the air is only taken for each component. So the graphics card has its own inlet and outlet. The PSU has its own.
Do they have their own independent fans as well?
I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And the processor's own inlet and outlet. So what they've done is they've taken little bits of plastic and gone, well done, guys. Pub. But it works.
But it's genius.
So,
but that's it. It's so simple.
Yeah.
When you think about it, the combined heat of everything is what causes most problems. But if you can separate things off, so it's only dealing with the heat of its own. I'm tempted now that you've said it to redesign the inside of my PC and section some things off.
Look at the amount of space that's spare in there, and they go, "Oh, it's for airflow." Fuck off! No, it isn't. It's for. But I don't know what it's for.
No, it's for airflow because I've got that much air that I'm heating up. If I'm only heating up a very small area.
Exactly. I'm thinking of my PC at home. It's twice the size of this freaking case.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never ever buy a server case. It's one of those things you think, oh, I'll put water cooling in it one day, and then you never do.
Yeah, I got water cooling. It's good.
Yeah, I don't. It's just not. No.
It's not that big a deal. It doesn't actually make that vast a difference.
No, but I planned the whole. I'm going to make my own water cooling. And I wrote.
So basically, you're going to fry a couple of motherboards with your own water.
Well, I planned it out. I made everything, and I thought, yeah, can't afford that. I'll get a PlayStation instead.
The other thing that they announced at the same time as showing off the hardware is that there are no exclusives for the Steam OS. I was wrong. I admit this. I just thought Valve had been not been cunts in a while.
Yeah. Basically, my hands are above my head because I called it. They were never going to do exclusives. It's the one benefit they had, though. I mean, that is literally PlayStation have exclusives.
Yeah.
Xbox have exclusives. PC generally falls out of the cycle.
Yeah.
You can have an Xbox exclusive that appears on PC because it's classed as an entirely different thing.
Oh yeah.
2 interesting stats.
Planet side.
Or 2 interesting bits of information. PC is growing in the UK.
Yes.
Faster than any other market.
Yep.
Which I find that awesome. Secondly, DDR4s should be released by the end of this year.
Oh, does that mean I have to get another fucking motherboard?
No. Basically, you're just not going to bother. For anyone that is unaware, it's not Dance Dance Revolution. It's memory technology.
Yeah, DDR's up to about 7 or 8 by now.
Yeah. Basically, it's going to be a bit faster with slightly more latency, which potentially ends with an end result of being marginally faster.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't know if you know this about DDR, but basically every year they increase the frequencies.
Yeah.
They also increase the latency. So before you can hammer that 1200 megahertz, you have a bit of more latency. Yeah. Generally, it gets faster. So if you counteract the fact that you've got a bit more latency, this bit, with that much more speed, you end up with an end result that's slightly less than the one before, but it's not as big as it lead you to believe. But the benefit is you can end up with bigger sticks.
Yeah.
So you might be able to get 8 gig in a stick easily, cheaper. So DDR4 is going to result
I've got 16. That's more than fucking enough.
Well, I'm starting to think now, is when 64-bit got announced, I was thinking, who needs that much memory?
Yeah.
We could hit that quite quickly, couldn't we, really?
Yeah.
Which is a bit, yeah. I don't mean 64-bit, I realize 64-bit's bandwidth, but 64-bit operating systems can address more memory, which means...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Valve are also taking sign-ups for in-home streaming now, so that's the
here's my PC, there's my box.
Yeah, here's my PC, there's the box, stream me.
Yeah, basically the Nvidia Tegra thing.
Yeah.
Tegra? No, Tegra's the chip. Shield is the...
And they apologised after causing outrage for not doing a Halloween event this year. Basically, it's become standard practice in most MMOs and some MOBAs, and a lot of games really that have an ongoing thing to have holiday-themed events. Warcraft has a themed event for every holiday. Every MMO has a themed event for every holiday. Now, last year, this is where it went wrong. Last year for Dota 2, Valve did Dietide.
Right.
It was in beta, so it was very few people saw it, and it was fine. It's a holiday-themed event. This year, they just didn't bother.
Okay.
And the player base went nuts. They were demanding... What it boiled down to was not the fact that they'd missed the holiday event. It's the fact that they'd been... The lack of the holiday event was just basically asymptomatic of the lack of interest that Valve were paying to the community. The lack of communication from Valve. And
is it bad that all I'm thinking... running through my head now is every single Halloween experience I had. And believe me, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
I carved 3 pumpkins, right? I made a normal pumpkin.
Yep.
Well, I said normal. My normal pumpkin was the Jack from...
Yeah.
Yeah. From Nightmare Before Christmas. I made a slightly happier pumpkin for the kids that shouldn't be scared too much. So it was a bit more smiley Jack.
Yeah.
With cartoonish eyes. And then I made a fucking creepy one. And I put these all on the doorstep. I say I did. Fee put these all on the doorstep because she wanted people to come for Halloween. Now what Fee doesn't realise is I don't do people. People scare me and annoy me. I had loads of kids turning up on the doorstep. They'd ring the doorbell and Fee would go, Can you get this one?
Yeah.
And literally, I'd open the door and go, "Ooh, Halloween!"
See, you're dealing with the ultimate grump here. I can tell you exactly how I stopped people coming to my doorstep. I wedged my fucking wheelie bin behind the gate so the fuckers couldn't get in.
No, well, we put pumpkins out and bought treats. We didn't account for how popular we would be because we had awesome pumpkins. Not that I carved them and they were awesome. But I did right. I was quite impressed with my pumpkins. I was proud of these pumpkins. But people turned up on the doorstep, and this isn't the bit I'd accounted for. I was basically, in my mind, I made pumpkins, Fee did the rest.
Yeah.
What actually happened was, I made pumpkins, people rang the doorbell, Fee disappeared, and I had to answer it. Say, "Oh, people, oh, you're a person, have a treat, bye." And it was the most awkward...
Oh, person I don't know.
Yeah.
Here, have my sweets. Fuck off, they're my sweets.
The thing is, there was parents stood at the end of our kind of pathway, looking at me as if to say, "That was awkward." I'm looking at them as if to say, "I don't know what I'm doing," handing their kids treats.
Yeah, any other day of the year you'd be arrested for it.
Exactly. And the worst thing was, everything died down. I forgot to blow out the pumpkins. We're sat there watching TV at like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
No kids are out at this point. And we see flashes out our front window. People are gathered round and we're taking pictures of our pumpkins. They weren't... Right, I'll be honest, right? As much as I would like to claim these were the best pumpkins in the world, they weren't that good. But every now and again, we'd just see flash and our entire front bay window would light up. And I was thinking, God, it's stormy tonight. I went out, there's kids there with phones. "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just taking a picture." "Alright. Carry on." So the moment he left, I stamped on them, crushed them to bits, and said, "Oh, they're gone now."
I think on that we should stop and put a song in because we've probably done
it's probably song time.
Hello. We're back. No, not hello.
Oh.
We're back. We got distracted. That song was "Whittle My Diddle" by Daniel Jack. Thanks for that one, Trevor.
I did. Well, I don't quite know where to go.
We've got to speed up because we're gonna.
It's my chat up line. Would you like to whittle my diddle? Microsoft, Sony, Blockbuster.
Right.
thing.
Anyway, gaming through the stories. Blockbuster went bankrupt again.
Yeah. Well, they never went in the UK, did they?
They never went bankrupt in the UK. They shut down half of their stores.
Yeah.
Now they've gone completely bankrupt and they're shutting down the other half.
On a similar note, Brantana
Yeah.
have gone into administration.
Shit.
I'll never get cheap shoes again.
No, we'll just get them from Dykeman.
Should we carry on? Nobody knows who Brantana are.
But Blockbuster's gone bankrupt here and in the US again. All stores going away. This left a lot of people in a bit of a screwed situation because they pre-ordered their consoles from Blockbusters.
I want to point out, anyone that pre-orders a console from Blockbuster is retarded. Come on. They've gone bankrupt before. They have no discernible business model other than you can borrow stuff from us if you like.
See, this is the thing. They had the digital, the postal rental service.
Yeah.
Now I'm hoping whoever buys them from the administrator sacks everything else off and keeps the postal service.
It's not going to work. Netflix in America is freaking awesome.
And doesn't do postal.
No, it doesn't need to.
For game rental.
Fuck off. Nobody streams it. I'm sorry, nobody rents a game.
I know a lot of people that rent games.
It's backwards.
I'm planning on doing it for the next generation.
Yeah, but,
I'm
right.
not paying 60 quid to buy a game that I'll finish in a month when I can pay 10 quid and rent as many of the fuckers as I want in a
It's
month.
okay if you play games that often, but I take a good month to plough through a game.
And
if you
then
pay weekly, I'd go...
yeah, no, but if you 10 quid for the month to get the game for as long as you want. Tell me that's not a better bargain, better value than paying 60 quid and then getting 10 quid back when you trade the fucker in.
Okay. 2 words. PlayStation Plus.
We'll not have all of the games.
It don't matter. There aren't all of the games. Especially for PlayStation. There's like 6. They cancelled everything else. I'll put it back.
I'm going rental next this generation. Anyway, so they distracting me again. Blockbuster's bankrupt. People worried about the pre-orders.
Yeah.
And Blockbuster's refunded everybody that had pre-ordered with them. They first did it for store credit and then changed their mind and actually did it for cash.
Yeah.
Now, in a great move, they've partnered with Microsoft and Sony and passed on details for anybody that requested it.
Yeah.
So that everybody that had pre-ordered with Blockbusters will be getting their PlayStation or Xbox when they were expecting it directly from the companies, rather than having to rejoin the pre-order queue, which is already quite substantial. And I think some sites are even saying they won't be able to honour some pre-orders until maybe January.
Well, I like to think this actually works out for the best because Blockbuster are going under.
Yeah.
So they can't honour the pre-orders. But they will have had stock reservation with Sony and Microsoft. What's actually happened is the cut that Blockbuster would usually take, Microsoft and Sony have got.
Yeah.
So really, it's in their best interest.
It's in their best interest.
Yeah, we'll take that.
But it's good. Good times for those people. Bad times for anybody employed by Blockbusters.
Yeah, but let's be honest, you should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
If you've gone bust everywhere else, I mean, this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Netflix has fucked you over.
It has. Quick story for the Wii U. Nintendo have finally seen sense and merged the eShop balances between the Wii U and the 3DS. Why this wasn't the same balance before is beyond me.
It's Nintendo. They have a strange approach to online systems, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Wii. Oh, you can add your friends, but only if you enter this 26-digit long code and you get it from them prior to adding them as a friend.
And if you want to play any specific game for them, you're going to need their code for that game as well.
It was just messed up. It's like they took online and thought, it's great, it's a connected world, we can talk to anyone. A world full of paedophiles. They just went down that route. They basically read the Daily Mail.
We must protect the children!
They went down the Daily Mail route. They read it once and thought, fucking hell, Britain, it's a nightmare. There's paedophiles everywhere.
Yep.
We can't let kids go online because there's paedophiles.
Yep. But at the same time, Sony acknowledged that they need the Wii U to be successful. This was one of the higher ups at Sony, basically sounding a bit like a drug dealer.
The way you summed this up earlier was brilliant.
Yeah. Basically, the article boils down to Sony see the Wii U as a gateway console.
Yeah. Basically, it gets you hooked. You play it and you think, oh, if only there's a bit more, if only the graphics were better. And then you move on to the PlayStation.
We need Nintendo to be very successful to help induct as many customers who like to play games with controllers and sticks and buttons, because we believe they are great things.
We like controllers.
Yeah.
Sticks and buttons. Basically, we like the PlayStation. Is what I say.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We need a safe environment for kiddies to come and play with, so that they get addicted and then go and play the hard crack that is PlayStation 4.
There is an issue with Nintendo though, because it depends how you look at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo generally you would look at and think they are trying to push the boundaries and do new things.
Now,
that is the point of
your
the Wii U.
Your gamers will look at the Nintendo Wii U and think they're trying to push the boundaries and trying to do new things.
I think you explain my point.
Your general populace will go, "Ooh, it's Nintendo. It's a games console because it's Nintendo."
Ah, right. No, see, I've got a different mind here. In my mind, gamers go touchscreen, different. They're trying to push the boundaries. They're trying to do new things. They're trying to implement a new way of playing games. Great, that's awesome. I'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, that's me. That's why I bought the damn thing.
Exactly. Whereas your casual crowd, the ones that they're technically going for, the ones they're trying to attract, are going, my iPhone does that.
Yeah.
That's the issue. They've tried to take iPhone gamers and amalgamate it into a console, but unfortunately, people already have.
No, but the way I'm looking at it is the people that are buying consoles for kids are going to go Sony, Microsoft. All the games are a bit adult. Nintendo does safe games. Nintendo it is.
Unless you launch with a title called Zombie U.
But most people won't see Zombie U. They will see Nintendo Land and Super Mario 3D World.
I honestly think most non-gamers that could potentially be hooked in would look at it and think, well, my iPhone does that. I think that's the big...
No, but anybody that is looking for things for the kids, and that it's not...
Is it still... It's not £300 anymore, is it? How much
no,
is it
it's nowhere near.
200?
It's 200 and you get games with it.
Well, you've got to, haven't you? But I look at this. I just think the amount of gameplay I can get from this is actually ridiculous.
Yeah, but are you going to buy one of those for your kid?
I don't have a kid.
I know.
Rudy would struggle. I'll be honest. His paws they work.
To buy?
What?
Were you?
You never tried your dog's paws on it?
No.
Okay.
Move on then.
Yeah.
The
only reason I know is because Rudy walked across Fiona's. Fiona uses her iPad for reading books.
Yeah.
So she has a Kindle app on there. She put it down for a second. The dog changed 6 pages. He just kept going. Sorry, carry on.
I don't know where to go next.
Blizzard. We have a lot of Blizzard.
We can flick through Blizzard because it was BlizzCon. So Blizzard did their annual conference. Lots of big things. Everything was exactly what we expected, and nothing was a surprise.
Yeah, except for BlizzCon, because I didn't actually know it was coming up.
Did you know?
Bit of a surprise for me. Oh, it's BlizzCon! Hey!
You must have heard me talk. We've done this podcast for nearly 3 years now. We've done a BlizzCon section every year.
Yeah. But let's be honest, I'm not the biggest Blizzard fan.
No. Right, so we can flick through these very quickly. The first one is that HeartStone It is definitely coming to the iPhone and the Android,
Yep.
and the plan is to have it ready to release on those by summer of next year.
Yeah. And from my point of view, as a drunken person that's played it and been immortalised in YouTube,
Did you watch the entire series?
no, but I know I was drunk, so it's fine.
It's funny.
Yeah, Hearthstone is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play a card game, but this is the first time I've ever actually played one. The only issue I have is a story coming later that I'm going to leave you on a cliff edge for that one.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger, that's the word.
Leave them on a cliff edge.
Yeah.
Shall we just give them a push? Get rid of our last 3 listeners.
They're not hanging from a cliff, they're just on an edge. They're going, should I? No, but there is a cliffhanger. There is another story coming to do with card-related games.
On Hearthstone as well, the Hearthstone open beta should happen. Now, they said they plan for it to happen in December. However, they themselves acknowledge they say December in Blizzard time, which means it will probably be January, February.
March. Yeah, Blizzard time is entirely different.
Yeah. The other thing that's happened is that's the open beta for Hearthstone. You can now sign up for the closed beta of Heroes of the Storm, which is Blizzard's. Now, I'm going to call it a MOBA, but what they're calling it is a Hero Action Battle Arena.
They've made that up.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
In fact, no, sorry. What was their terminology? A hero brawler. It's not a multiplayer battle arena. It's a hero brawler. Which is effectively, it's still fucking Dota.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's still Dota.
Yeah.
Hell, try and make your own genre. We're still going to call it a MOBA.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena.
Yeah. So many things can actually...
Yeah. I got it right.
So many things could fall under that category, even without being a Dota clone.
Technically, any Battlefield game is a MOBA.
Yeah.
Because you're multiple people online and you're battling in an arena.
Yeah.
Arena means map.
Exactly.
Battle means shoot. Multiplayer online means lots of people.
Yes.
This is my problem with... Well, we've been through this.
Yeah, let's not get into the MMO
Silly
rant again.
titles for stupid genres.
Just game. Just...
Strategy.
In fact, we've been through this. I can't remember.
MOBA is strategy.
Can we... I need to go back and find out which episode it was and actually write down the categories. Because we got shooty, jumpy...
Yeah, strategy, shooty, jumpy, drivey.
No, the strategy was thinky, wasn't it? Or something.
I might be thinky.
Thinky, shooty, jumpy.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, let's not get into that because we've done it.
You could probably separate this out into 2: thinky and
Button
the
bashy.
rest. Yeah, but it's reactionary, isn't it? It's kind of oh shit, press every button. I think
Battlefield falls into that, really. Just basically, that thing moved, shoot it!
Exactly, yeah, but that's my point. It's reactionary, except for there is a special place for beat 'em ups.
Yeah. Oh, let's push it as fast as you can.
But it's not, is it? Because you get those intelligent people that know what they're doing. And
yes.
literally, in a split second, they've done the most complicated move in the game. Meanwhile, you've pressed circle.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
that ended badly at the game's
yeah.
night when we had somebody that could actually play Tekken appear.
Did you not... Right, I don't want to blow my own trumpet. Did you not see who knocked that person off? Damn
No.
right. I walked in with my one character that I know the moves of.
See, that doesn't count because you cheat on those grounds. You just happen to be able to press the combinations faster than she could press the combinations.
No, I just happened to know exactly what that person was doing and thought, fuck it, I know someone that can do something better. It happens to be the only character that I know how to control. It's a perfectly legitimate strategy.
Yeah, but on the point is that you became the person that knows the moves.
Yeah, I became that knob, didn't I?
You became that twat.
Yeah. But I only had that moves for that one person, so I see that as a mini victory.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a knob, but I only know one character's moves.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm less of a knob.
Yeah, Michelle is a bit of a pain in the ass.
I wonder if Michelle actually knows more than
She
just
does.
the one person. Yeah. But either way,
I'd just be glad we didn't put her on Street Fighter. She knows all of the characters, all of the moves, and we would have never got the control.
That's fine.
back.
We know the trick to Street Fighter. What you do is you mash all the buttons as you spin. Because at that games night, we actually, I think it was John or Mike or someone just basically just started mashing buttons, not looking at the screen, and won
pulled off, yeah.
every single time with a stupid finish.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Where were we?
Play,
Reaper of Souls. Reaper of Souls is coming to the PS4. It will have exclusive content on the PS4. It will also have remote play on the PS4. So for those 20 of you that have got Vitas, you'll have remote play.
No, Dan's got one. It's 21 now.
Ah, I'm tempted by one for remote play.
I see it as a legitimate console.
Yeah.
If I choose between that and a 3DS, I'd buy a Vita.
If I didn't have a PS4 coming, and it was a choice between that and a 3DS, it'd be a 3DS.
Well, that's the point. The PS4 wasn't coming 6 months ago, and everyone bought fucking Vitas.
But anyway, that's that. The biggest, the story that got my attention was Warlords of Draenor, because it's a sign that
We need to elaborate. Not
Yeah.
everybody is a geek like us. You. Warlords of Draenor is the next expansion for World of Warcraft.
yes,
I know things. Yeah, there's another one coming. Carry on.
well, it's good news, it's bad news. Warlords of Draenor, yeah, an expansion is due. It's been 2 years now since Miss Pandaria, or has it been a year and a half? Well, it's about time for another expansion for Warcraft.
There are two downsides. Basically, there is a new expansion for Warcraft.
Yes.
That's the downside. And there's no pandas.
Yes.
Mist of Pandaria got a lot of favour because, first of all, pandas. And second of all, pandas.
Right. Here's my genuine downsides to Warlords of Draenor. Firstly, they're having to milk. Basically, they're starting to jump the shark. They have run out of ways to progress the storyline of that world, so are having to rely on the, oh yes, so-and-so went back in time and changed the timeline.
Freaking Fonzie. Jumping the shark.
Basically,
Did Fonzie ever jump a shark?
Yes.
Oh, I've just got the Futurama version in my head.
No, that's where it came from. There is a scene in Happy Days.
Simpsons.
Yeah, there is a scene in Happy Days where a shark was jumped.
No idea. I'll be honest, I'd never paid attention.
And then 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps did it better. Where the reason when they went into season 4, Ralph Little didn't want to do it. So basically,
Did he fall in?
Yeah, basically they started the next series, and basically the start of the series is he died. He went over to America to water ski over a shark and actually fell into the tank and died. Basically, they just wrote him out by having him jump over the shark and get it wrong.
So my experience of Fonzie is that the Weezer Buddy Holly video just superimposed him in.
But yeah, they're doing time travel to basically Garrosh has been captured. Before he stands trial for whatever he's done in this expansion. Don't worry, I don't understand it either because I haven't played the last patch. He will escape, and then he will go back in time to try and restore the Horde to what it was back during Orcs versus Humans, the early Warcraft games that nobody else played.
I played Warcraft 3.
Yeah, you played 3, but the first 2 were DOS-based games,
I knew that.
which nobody ever got round to playing because they never got fixed. Although Blizzard are now trying to fix them to release them.
Okay. So, Blizzard good? Bad?
Blizzard, yeah.
Bastards?
Blizzard, yeah. You're using time travel to get new
Slowly
content.
falling into the world of Activision?
Yes, this is the next part of it. They are slowly falling to the act of it. I think Kotick's hands have been slowly caressing the Blizzard box.
Too far. Wrong choice of words.
I can't think of a better way to put it.
Basically, Blizzard have been coerced into really.
Basically,
it's not definite yet.
Yeah, they're looking towards releasing World of Warcraft expansions on an annual basis.
Yeah, and this.
I'm not completely against it.
Well, my problem here is the fact that Blizzard, on World of Warcraft specifically, only lost 100,000 users.
Yes.
In their latest report.
That shows them levelling out.
It shows basically they're coming to a point where people are actually happy to carry on playing. And they will get to a point where it will start to dwindle because they've run out of content. So if they keep producing content, great. But if you keep producing the same shitty content a la Call of Duty, you're going to have problems. As long as they can keep it original.
There is one upside here. In that they're not releasing a new game every year.
How
they're
much
just
is an expansion pack?
About 10 quid, 15 quid.
It's still a bit of money.
It's still a bit of money.
And you still have to pay how much a month?
Oh yeah, there's a subscription fee on top.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the subscription fee is because I stopped paying it.
Well, this is what annoys me is World of Warcraft is still on a subscription, the original subscription prices, despite the fact that hardware costs have come down.
Yeah.
And I just find it infuriating that they still charge that much,
hardware costs have come down and there's less people using the hardware.
Yeah. Seriously, I don't understand it. Fuck it. Drop the price of paying for these upgrades. Just claim it back through subscription.
Yeah.
You've made more on subscriptions year on year because hardware costs have come down. So take that.
Well, that's
money
it. I wouldn't mind if Rift launched an expansion and made me pay for the expansion. I'd be fine with that because it's now free to play.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you're paying,
in fact, Guild Wars 2, you buy the game. That's it. It's free. After that, you just have to buy the next expansion.
But
yeah,
World of Warcraft, they charge you.
Yeah, they charge you when they're aiming for annual, which is a bad thing.
Yeah, the only thing that's ever got me about WoW is I can understand a subscription when your mates are playing it and you're having a good time and you're having fun. Fine. But when your subscription doesn't come down in price to reflect the cost of hardware.
Yeah.
Because my argument here is the fact that when energy companies, and these are, I'm sorry, I'm going UK here. When energy companies get a lower reduction in the cost of oil per barrel,
of fuel,
we expect a discount, even though it's not necessarily related.
No.
Hell, they've not really done much to fuck us over.
No, they haven't.
Honest, they only make a tiny percentage, 5% or whatever, on each customer. Any other trade, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But in energy companies, we think they've bastardised the entire market. But with games, the cost has come down. The amount of time World of Warcraft's been open, technology has come on leaps and bounds. According to Moore's Law, they are probably getting everything probably a quarter of the price they originally paid.
Yeah.
But nothing's changed. They still charge the same amount. It just makes no sense.
The subscription fee does need to lower.
Exactly.
But
and this is why free-to-play is really leaped ahead.
But it also balances in with what Nintendo have been saying about digital pricing, because they're charging the prices that the market will bear.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that Nintendo have been saying this week, in that the reason there's no price change, why digital pricing is the same as physical pricing, is because the market will bear. The content is the same, so the value is the same. Well, even though there's a physical production cost.
My argument with all of this is that this all works well, but if I take the Adobe example.
Yep.
Now, Adobe are possibly one of the biggest software manufacturers.
Yes.
Everyone knows Adobe, whether it be Photoshop,
everybody
Flash,
has a copy of Photoshop.
Yeah.
Whether you paid for it or not.
Adobe
this entire podcast. Adobe products.
Adobe recently, they're doing a cloud service.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get
the Creative Cloud.
Exactly. Now I get emails about this constantly.
Yeah.
I also have access to all their free trials and all the extra bits, which is nice. But Adobe will charge you X amount for Photoshop.
Yeah.
If you want Photoshop plus something else, you pay for the full fucking suite.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can buy Photoshop on its own,
Yeah.
or Photoshop.
One app is fine, but if you want more than one app, you have to pay for a suite subscription. So you pay a lot more per month. Right. That's all right. That's kind of a different business model, but fair enough.
Could you not get round this by having one person get the Photoshop,
exactly.
Photoshop subscription?
But let's imagine in a perfect world we don't do that. Right, so,
is that what we're doing?
Great, right? Imagine you pay for one, you get a reasonable deal. You pay for a lot, you still get a pretty good deal. Right, now you move region.
Yeah.
You go to America. Right, this is where it gets fucked up. $9.99 in dollars
Yeah.
translates, this is where it goes horribly wrong, to $12.99 in pounds.
What?
Exactly. This has fucked me up. Subscription I understand, and pushing what markets can bear, they're going on the fact that Europeans generally have a bit more money. So they've pushed the prices up. So the translation between dollars and euros is actually backwards.
It actually has no relevance to dollars and pounds.
Exactly, yeah. It's purely because the market can bear it, and at which point you actually start to think, fuck you, I hate you.
Unfortunately.
But the market will bear it, so it doesn't matter. And that's where I hate them. The
market will bear it. But unfortunately, in that case, the market will bear it because there ain't really that many alternatives.
What's your option? Other than Adobe, you are pretty much stuck.
GIMP.
Yeah, nobody uses GIMP. Let's be honest. If you use GIMP, you are just... Oh God, you're that person. Everyone knows a geek that is beyond geekery. And it's the GIMP geek. You're a GIMP geek, aren't you, Paddy?
No, because I've got a pirated copy of Photoshop.
Well, there you go. That's the main... Edit that. Bad times. Right. But a GIMP geek is... Oh, God. A GIMP geek is a Linux geek.
Yeah.
And Linux geeks are fine if you're doing it to get things cheap. If you're going to say, it's just as good, you've gone too far, damn it.
Yeah. No. For the podcast stuff I have paid for because I use it all the time, but Photoshop I don't use very often, so that's pirated. Fuck it, I don't care. It is only CS3.
I can't wait till Adobe find this and go, fuck you, Paddy. At which point you say, I was lying, look on my machine, there's no Photoshop here. I get Gow to do it on his legitimate copy.
No, fuck it, I don't care. If Adobe see this, hello, I'm happy to have another listener.
Paddy, CS2's free.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get CS2. The copy of Audition that came with CS2 was much better.
Right, you're adding insult to injury now. What you're saying is not only do I pirate your shit, but the shit I used to pirate used to be better than the stuff I get now that I pay for.
No. Audition I've paid for.
Yeah.
So Audition is genuine.
That's what I mean. You're saying I've paid for this, and it was better when I used to get pirated.
Yes.
It's just wrong. Right, let's move on. Adobe, you wankers. We've done Blizzard. Yeah. They're also a bit wankerish. What else have we got?
Carrying on from Blizzard into trading card games, the daddy of all trading card games is Magic the Gathering. Yeah. Is Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering is the daddy of all games.
And this isn't Magic the Gathering. I've read that wrong.
What? Might and Magic.
Yeah. Might and Magic was a really old school RTS game.
Yeah. We both got this wrong.
Yeah.
I will forgive us both.
Magic the Gathering would have made this a much more impressive story, but they, if you're not willing to wait for HeartStone to come out, Ubisoft have released Might and Magic Duel of Champions, which is a card game based on the Might and Magic series, which is a very good series.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why my shares have gone up.
Yes.
Well done, Ubisoft.
No, it's more to do with the PS4 launch and the increased sales of Assassin's Creed 4.
My main issue with this is the fact that if what was the other one? Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering, Jewels of the
Actually
Planewalker.
release.
If they, all they'd have to do to immediately bastardize any kind of chance.
Yeah. They have the market.
Well,
already.
no, sorry. They'd have to do two things. They'd have to create a free version and release it mobile ready.
Yes.
Because I'm sorry, even if Magic the Gathering goes free, Jewels of the Planewalker goes free at the same time that Hearthstone comes out, the fact that it's mobile will make Hearthstone the game of choice.
You know what I want to see more than anything? Right. PlayStation have kind of done this. With their pad, imagine this is me holding the pad. They've got this feature, so they do it with tablets as well.
Yeah.
So, one of the silly iToy features, you have lots of little robots around.
Yep.
You can take your tablet, draw a ball, flick it, and it goes onto the screen. They all start playing with it, and it's isn't that great? Right, Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
Or whatever we have. Imagine you got your cards on here.
Yep. Yep.
Flick it, it's on screen. That is freaking awesome. That second screen thing is great, and it does work, but you have to have an application.
Yeah.
If you have a deck of cards in here and you do
Yeah,
that,
your deck. You
it
can
makes
have
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that is...
You could see a multiplayer card game happening, and each of us there with our phone having a deck.
Well, all you need is... I mean, I say all you need, but a smart TV could do
Yeah.
it. You just need some kind of communication where you can flick it. Because a smart TV doesn't need processing power.
No.
For something like a card game, you really don't need to bother.
Nope.
Because it's cards and minus numbers. That is pretty much the premise of a card game. This guy, fuck this guy by this many points. It's not complicated. Anyway, what else have we got?
Flick through the last one. Warner Brothers. What the fuck are you playing at? Not only do they want to, they are making a Temple Run movie. Yep. The pre-production has started.
Indiana Jones.
Well, no, Indiana Jones at least had a story. Basically, Temple Run story is guy walks into this building, steals a golden thing, runs away from Shadow Monkey, jumps over twigs.
Yeah, but I would like to think that is it. Massively Indiana Jones inspired. Replace Shadow Monkey with Boulder, make it downhill, done.
Yeah, but how do you turn that into an entire film when your entire concept is that one sequence from an Indiana Jones film?
That's the point. They're either making Tomb Raider or they're making Indiana Jones. Either way, they're pretty screwed. I don't understand how they can make this something new and original.
They can't.
But maybe that's the point. Maybe they're not making it new and original, and maybe they're going after the 6-year-old child that's playing on their parents' iPad. I'd be curious how they do it, because anyone else of at least, 22 and over?
Yeah.
Knows Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Who have done Indiana Jones but sexy.
Yeah.
Or they know Indiana Jones.
Although I know people that haven't seen Indiana Jones.
That's fine. Just don't introduce them to the last one. Honestly, I watched that one in a cinema and I wanted to shoot myself. That was a bad film.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap up these last few stories quickly because we've been going for far too long.
Yeah, definitely.
Hour and a half worth of recording shit.
It's PlayStation 4 launch week. Shit, we haven't mentioned it. It's PlayStation 4 launch week.
Launch day.
In America. So basically we've got nothing.
Yeah.
Everyone in America is telling us how brilliant this console is.
Yep.
And some guy turned up on launch day, bought it in some kind of store, walked outside and beat the shit out of it, like every other tech launch ever in the world.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, it always happens. There's always one cunt.
iPhone it happens, Xbox it happens, everyone it happens.
Yep.
I still don't understand the fact that Sony have launched in America first.
Yeah.
Clearly they're after American market. Microsoft have launched in Europe first.
No,
they launched worldwide.
They launched globally.
But only in 13 places.
But only in 13 countries. Yeah. Globally for 13 countries.
And the Wii U just didn't bother. Have they launched yet?
Yeah.
They have?
Yeah.
Alright. So people have Wii Us?
Yeah.
Really?
There's a few of us.
Right.
We're a very select group. It's kind of like a secret society.
I like the fact that sometime in the future there's going to be a secret Nintendo handshake. You'll get free healthcare and everything.
Well, yeah, it's more of the crippled holding the hand thing.
You shake hands like this. But the PlayStation has launched in America. There has been reports of overheating and other things.
Well, no, there haven't been reports of overheating. There have been reports of 4 consoles going wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It was the most unfortunate 4 consoles ever.
One of them was owned by IGN.
Yeah, bad times.
One of them was owned by another games outlet, and I think it was Destructoid, but I can't be certain.
Yeah.
And 2 of them were competition winners that were given. Basically, all of these happened earlier this week. These weren't even released consoles. These were pre-release consoles. Yeah.
So and
Sony's answer, in perfect Sony fashion, was: we are dealing with these individual cases. We would like to point out that of the released consoles to date, the failure rate is 0.004%.
Yeah.
This is likely to lower once more hardware has been sold.
Can you imagine if Sony Microsoft had done this with the Xbox 360? We'd like to point out the failure rate is actually 1.6. Sorry, 5.50%. Because the 360 had a horrible launch.
Yeah,
it went horribly wrong, and I'm not saying Sony are going to do the same thing, but it's not a good start, right? Come on.
We won't know for certain. It'll be something we have to discuss next week, because next week, by that point, people will know whether the hardware is going to fail or not. One of the things that a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people are complaining about, that apparently the console's got a little bit of wobble.
I've seen...
But only if you're poking it.
Yeah, somebody told me if you poke it in the wrong way, it wobbles a bit. And all I can think is, doesn't this fucker have feet? Right? Shouldn't it have feet in all 4 corners? No matter if it's got a slightly warped.
No.
It shouldn't wobble.
Why are you poking it?
Yeah. I've bought a £325 console.
I'm just going to stand
there. And all I want to do is slightly poke it. Look, it wobbles on top of my hi-fi.
No, it's slightly poke it, and it's only in one corner.
If it's only in one corner, it suggests that the thing below could potentially be warped.
No. Basically, one of the feet is slightly sunk in because of the screw that's underneath it. If you press it in that one corner, it wobbles. And the way to fix it is 3 post-it notes. That's the difference.
I mean, what I want to check is, does the PlayStation 4 have vents underneath?
I can't remember.
If not, put it on carpet, for fuck's sake. It won't wobble no matter what you do.
But yeah, you've got to press it in one particular corner, because that foot is slightly sunk in because of the screws that are underneath it.
As much as I'd like to argue that would bother the shit out of me, right? I would be that guy going... Even if it moved half an inch, if I could hear it making contact with the surface below, I would just think, cheap.
No,
cheap.
The movement is minimal.
Cheap. It's freaking a budgie at that point to me. Cheap. It's not.
Skill has reached its funding goal, and I couldn't be happier about that.
Totally know what that is.
It's the indie game that's been made where pretty much everything in the game. You solve all the puzzles in the game by resizing everything. Hence the name Skill.
Yeah,
so you have a flower.
I stopped at solve all the puzzles. Carry on. That's right. You said you solve all the puzzles in the game, and then you paused. So I went to that meme. Solve all the puzzles in the game.
The Assassin's Creed movie has been delayed.
Yep.
Whoop-de-doo.
As long as Ubisoft get recognition for this, so I get an increase in share price.
Is that all you're going to worry about? No.
Seriously, I want Ubisoft to grow faster than the euro, and then I'm fine.
It looks like Fallout 4 is about due for a release. There's a teaser page. popped up that is registered by a similar company that registered other Fallout domains. It's hosted on the same IP address as other Fallout domains.
In my mind, you're a cancerous child who's trying to save your vault. That is Fallout to me.
Yeah.
You're pretty much... You're screwed already because you've stepped out into the world. There is radiation. You're already cancerous.
Yes.
So you must have a purpose by the end of the game, and stepping into a chamber to have you black out and then suddenly DLC is not a fucking resolution to a game. That
ending of
backwards.
Fallout 3, yeah.
Yeah. They introduced Brotherhood. Great, they added more to it. But you know what? I didn't buy Brotherhood.
You want to know the one thing?
I bought Fallout.
Yeah, you want to know the one thing that pissed me off about Fallout 3? The biggest thing that pissed me off about Fallout 3. The giant mechanical robot.
Yeah.
Why the fuck was I not piloting it?
Wait, no, that was Brotherhood. It was Brotherhood that you actually had the giant mechanical robot joining you in the battle.
No, you have it in Fallout 3. I never bought any of the DLCs. It's the end. The thing storms off, and then you go into the room. You have to follow it for a while. It's stampeding across everything.
No, that's Brotherhood. That's actually a DLC. You might have got a special edition with extra bits, but that was Brotherhood.
Ah.
Yeah, you didn't actually get even that. Literally, you walked into a room, you blacked out, and that was the end of the game.
No, I remember getting into the vault, getting into the water purification place. And,
that was before the robot.
It happened after the robot for me.
No.
And I clearly remember seeing giant robot.
Maybe if it was against you. If it was on your side, it was definitely after the blacking out thing. What got me was the fact, at this point, you could have a partner who is a mutated giant bastard, right? Who mutation doesn't affect. So radiation doesn't affect. If you tell him to go and he goes, this is your path. Fuck off, I'm not a mutant, it is bastard like you. You should go in there. But no, he would tell you have to go in there.
Okay, even if it was DLC, the one thing that pissed me off about Fallout 3 is there's a giant fucking robot there. Why am I not piloting it? Why can you not destroy stuff in the giant fucking robot?
More importantly, you can make giant robots. Why can't you make little robots to go into that radioactive room and press the buttons? I'm not being daft, but not only did I not know what buttons to press because I didn't pay attention.
Yeah. But
robots, they exist.
Yeah.
Why couldn't one just walk into that little vault and go, oh, it's melting down. Boop. Not complicated. Oh dear. I think that game had many flaws.
It had many flaws.
Yeah.
However, I did like the VAT system.
I loved it, yeah. As far as a kind of a shooter come RTS type thing, yeah, that worked well.
Mainly because I can't shoot for shit, and the VATS saved me on so many occasions.
This is my problem, is the fact that I can shoot. But it doesn't matter, because essentially what it comes down to is how good is your gun, how good are your stats.
Yeah.
I could be pointing at your face and it doesn't matter. I could point at your face and a dog 3 counties over gets shot. It really bears no difference at all.
And that's it. That's the end of the story. Oh no! Somebody's made a privacy cover for the Kinect camera, and I expect one for Sony's camera to follow beyond. Basically, it's a little bit of plastic that goes whoop.
Yeah. There's an alternative. It's called duct tape. If you can't fix it with duct tape, it's fucked. That is the rule.
Yeah.
So if a privacy cover exists, you can do it with duct tape. I mean, you could probably go a bit further and fold it over on itself so it flaps down.
Yeah, you could make a flap out of duct tape.
And you could tie a bit of string to hold it back if you really want to be that pedantic. But really, all you need is a bit of tape and a lens cover. I mean, it's
that box that your Kinect came in, cut a bit of cardboard off it and hang that over the top.
Or, for getting us at this effort, unplug it. Come on.
But the console starts moving.
No, the console. Unplug the console. It can't record if you unplug the console.
I know what you thought.
Just turn the power off. It's the most ridiculous. All these people, it's spying on me. It's really not that hard. Hell, I have a 4-way adapter and a remote. I can turn my
You've got a
phone...
remote control power strip.
Yeah. I can turn my power strip off at the remote. Hell, I can even... There is one dominant socket.
Yeah.
Which is the TV. So the TV is always in standby. When I turn the TV on, it detects the fact there's more power draw and turns everything else on.
Where the hell did you get this power strip from?
They're everywhere. They're not hard to get. This is the point. All these people complaining about Xbox and Kinect. You are being pedantic bastards. You either turn it off, unplug it, or buy one of these strips that allows you to do
I need
so.
one of those dominant strips things.
Honestly, there's a few of them around now. Literally, there's a TV socket. You plug your TV in, and everything is fed off that. If the TV comes on, everything boots up.
So if the TV goes into standby, everything else just powers off.
Yeah, because the power draw becomes so low, everything turns off. Just make sure you turn everything off before you put it into standby. Otherwise, you put it into standby, and everything goes, it's turned off, and it cuts off the strip. And let's put speaker systems as an example. You have all this power that it then dumps, and your speakers go boom, and you blow fuses. So there are downsides to it. You've got to make sure.
But yeah,
you do
there are
things in the right
times that I
order.
just leave consoles on standby, and that could work.
Yeah, well, there's no need for it, is there? Because you have to have a TV to play a console.
Yeah.
Unless you're charging pads, which the PS4 does.
Yes, it does.
The PS4 charges in
but it doesn't
standby.
do it by default.
What?
You have to go into a menu option to turn it on.
They were doing so well.
No, it can do it, but you have to go into the menu to enable that because because the PS3 doesn't, and they want it to be.
They want to match, and
they wanted consistency.
Right. Okay. That is the biggest annoyance. The most annoying thing, because I have this setup where I turn my TV off and I turn everything off. So.
Do you know the best thing about the Wii U?
What?
It charges the PS3 controllers even when it's turned off. I've got. Well, look at the grey cable in the front of the Wii U.
Is that what it's for?
That's the PlayStation charging dock.
Well, this is my problem with PlayStation, is the fact that it's great that it can boot up and download all my updates, but it doesn't have power unless my TV has power.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be fucked on last time.
Yeah, so all this, it updates overnight. No, it doesn't. Not in the slightest, because it's hooked into the silly adapter that does feck all.
Maybe I won't buy one of them.
Yeah, I feel like we've ranted enough. Maybe we should just...
I think we should quickly flick through the extra time stuff. And there's a fuck of a lot of it. There's a... I can't remember what the fuck that is.
Final Fantasy VII Ruby's weapon shop. What? What is that?
I think that's a comic.
Okay. Move on.
A picture of all of the PS4s at Amazon's warehouse.
I saw this picture and it made me think, wow.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
pretty awesome, isn't it, really?
Yep.
They just have stacks of them.
That's boring. Fuck off. Gran Turismo 6 trailer that has a moon buggy and a full car list, and basically Gran Turismo has jumped the shark. They just moved the shark to the moon so that the gravity was lower.
I want to point out Grand Theft Auto has golf carts in the rain. That is an actual race. Me, Roy and two other people did it. I can't remember what happened, but the first corner we came to, it was wet. Golf carts don't turn.
Yep.
And pretty much there was just a heap on this first bend. I liken it to a similar thing. No gravity, no friction, you just go in a straight line.
Where's the bit with the carts?
I'm going to take... Was there definitely carts?
There is.
You're not making this up.
Well, it's in the fucking title of the bit.
I'm just saying. I would guess it would be towards the end, because... I mean, that's a nice little treat, isn't it? It's not something that you would begin with. Oh, look, moon buggies, and now back to cars.
Basically, the moon...
There you go. Oh, it's gone. Was that it? Oh,
Yeah,
you've opened it in YouTube.
Fuck it. We
There
look
were
at that.
moon buggies and racing.
Yeah, we talked about that. NAC will have an iOS app that will unlock stuff for NAC on the PS4. I
Cool.
really need to get
Did
that.
we mention the fact PlayStation now have an iOS and Android app?
Yes,
Which
the companion app. We
much
didn't
better.
mention it, and it is vastly improved. It will allow you to sign into the PlayStation Store and buy things from your phone.
We don't even have to go into this detail. PlayStation now has an app that allows you to do all the shit you wanted to do through PSN on your phone.
Yes.
That is it. That is all ever.
There is a brilliant thing that must be mentioned. And this is the PlayStation Companion app works as a virtual keyboard for the PlayStation 4.
It's about damn time.
So if you're
No more going left to go to I and then right to go to A.
Yeah, no more using your gamepad to type on that shitty keyboard. The moment you've got a typing interface, the phone will allow you to touch type.
Thank you, Sony.
That's all you need to know.
Thank you, Sony.
That's enough to make the companion app worthwhile. Trailer video for Scale. Somebody at Sony doing a PS4 teardown. Turn down?
Yeah.
Somebody at PS4
iFixit style, they broke it apart and went, look how awesome it is.
A video on how to replace the PS4 hard drive.
Yep.
The Minecraft documentary that was made is now available in its entirety on YouTube for free.
Yep.
Trailer for New and Tasty, which is the re-release of Oddworld.
Yep.
What was it?
You just keep going. I've no idea what order you're picking these in, but you just,
Oh, the Oculus Rift Tenga Falcon Rube Goldberg sex machine.
Rule 34 for Oculus Rift. We don't have to say anything more. There is Rule 34 for Oculus
Well, no,
Rift.
it is a hack thing that somebody
It's Rule 34.
I have to explain
if it exists, there is porn for it.
Yeah, but this isn't porn. This is robots.
No, it's porn.
It's robot porn.
It's porn. It's advanced porn.
Basically,
just because you have a little robot that goes doesn't mean it's not.
Basically,
porn.
Somebody created a device that gives feedback for guns, so the thing will has robotic arms and will lift the gun up and down based on what recoil you should be getting. Somebody managed to hack that into the Oculus Rift and a Japanese porno game and attach a fleshlight to the end of the robotic arm, so that as your character is doing whatever it does in game, the fleshlight goes up and down, and this thing is disturbing beyond measure.
And it's anime, and it's demonstrated by a Japanese man. I want to point out there is something wrong with the Japanese.
Yes.
Because I just don't get it. Genuinely, I don't get it. Just have a tug, leave it at that. I mean, just seriously.
Well, if you're going to go as far as fleshlights, just use your fleshlight, but don't fucking attach it to a robot.
Hell, if you have to nail it to a wall, so be it. Draw a picture, print out something to stick on said wall, but just don't lie there with a virtual reality set sat to you
and a robotic arm lifting.
And a robotic arm doing this. We've all seen Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
We know how this ends, right? It goes and then it gets stuck and clutches. And then you go, oh shit. I'm stuck. You call 999, they turn up, they ridicule you, and it all ends badly. I mean, that's... yeah. Have we got anything more?
Trailer for EverQuest next. Couple of videos of things people have created. And a new trailer for Injustice the Ultimate Edition that's coming out for the PS4.
Woo!
And that's it. We're done. Finally.
Bye. It's been too long.
Yes, we don't have time for any of that yet.
If you're seeing this, you've probably just watched a video of us rambling about games or drinking or some kind of nonsense to do with comic books.
Or you've watched me playing a game.
Yeah, all that. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on Twitter. He's DrunkenGamer. I'm D_Gao. And you can find us on many places on the internet. But more importantly, there's some little buttons somewhere down here if you're on YouTube. Just press one of those, subscribe or like.
Yeah, the one that looks like a thumbs up. We like that one.
Yeah, press that one. Because that means lots of people will think we're awesome. And I'll be honest, it's just internet points.
Oh, no. It's not that lots of people will think we're awesome. It's just that Google will think we're awesome and recommend us to more people.
Trevor, press these buttons.